The Facebook's going to go live with the with the YouTube, and then I got to figure out how to make sure I get the Instagram on. What's
Okay.
up, everybody? Welcome to a Freedom Squad Friday Night Live. Hopefully, I'm doing this right, where we're simultaneously streaming to Hickman Outdoors, to the Freedom Squad Facebook page, and Instagram all at the same time. Now, I do understand that Instagram might limit some folks' live streams to about an hour. We will see if it does, but if not, either way, if you want to chat with us, you can come over and join us on YouTube and get in the comments section and go from there. But I mean, we've had people in here chatting since probably 30 minutes ago. But let's do a quick shout out, everybody, on a Freedom Squad Friday night and run up the list real quick. I know I saw Cairo in here, and OEF5 obviously is here with us. Jeremy, Liz is in the house as always. Scott, Vermonter, our crew of Friday night peeps whenever we're live. Let's see. Bucktail Fishing is in the chat. Scrolling. These guys have been chit chatting for a good while. Tom Brewster, Brian Rand. There's Caro, Josh Lanham, Brian again. Let's see. We got Michael Bradley. Everybody in the house tonight. We got folks on Facebook who I can't see because you have to give permissions to Facebook to do it. So again, if you want me to be able to call you out by name, hop on the YouTube as well. We got Grimy Fishing. We got good old Hook Life in the house. I'm actually working on a video, which was a collab with Hook Life right before the end of the season, which a big monster smallmouth bass was caught, but we'll get back onto that later. Got Tyler, Duncan, everybody's in the house. I see my cousin Brian Hickman again.
We got
Savior.
we got Brian Sparks and Erica Lee and Jesse Hazen on Facebook.
Excellent. Got all kinds of people following. And let's go ahead and look and see who we got over on the Instagram side. I see my cousin Paige. I'm going to get his ass in a kayak one of these days. He bank fishes all the time, but Pagerism26 on Instagram. We see Alex on the water over there. We've got all the crew in the house. So appreciate everybody hopping in tonight. Well, we're not going to beat around the bush. We're going to do Jeremy's got a life update of sorts to give, and it's kind of going to change the direction of a lot of different things, some focuses and so forth. But it's all going to be positive. We're going to talk about what we're going to be doing this year on Hickman Outdoors, and then what we're also going to be doing is Freedom Squad, which we plan on creating a lot of content, posting it over on Facebook, work on growing a big community over there as well, because that's a good place to kind of collab and get with other people along too. But, do YouTube for YouTube. And then, of course, OEF5 on Twitch. You catch him in warmer weather because he ain't dragging all that gear out this time of the year. But this time of the year, we talk about a lot of other veteran-related things, and that's why we want to make sure Freedom Squad Fridays come back, because it's something that keeps us busy throughout the wintertime too, but also to promote those outdoor activities for veteran recreational therapies and things like that too. So we've got a lot of a few things to talk about tonight. We're going to go about an hour. Why? Because Indiana plays Wisconsin tonight. So, us, we got to watch.
Like Hoosiers are important in Hoosier land.
They're just, probably going to get their butts beat again, but still a young team, and you know how it goes. With that said, I'm going to start out with Jeremy, and bro's back up in Indy. And for a lot of Jeremy's got a place that he's going to be moving into throughout the year, down here towards my end of the state. But he's going to be going back and forth between Indy and Bramble for, quite a bit throughout the summer. But Jeremy, you had a VA appointment this week. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it and how it's going to affect you in any different ways?
Okay. Well, first, I want to make sure that I say this on here that most of you know my service dog Bullet went missing, and my cousin Brian Hickman, who's in chat tonight, he went out and he found Bullet and was able to get him back to me safely. And so, Brian, I can't thank you enough for doing that. Bullet's healing. He's eating. He's doing really well. Didn't realize how severe his injuries were until I actually got him home and cleaned him up and then took him to the vet. but he's doing great.
And so, for those who didn't know, I guess what we're kind of thinking, when Brian was able to get a hold of Bullet, and this was literally hours before a cold front with an ice storm that would
It
have
was.
been devastating to the dog. But we're speculating what we think might have happened was when he got out and was chasing a deer or whatever he was chasing. We think his collar got caught in a fence or something. Because Jeremy uses a prong trainer collar, when they're doing their work and whatnot. And we think he must have been following a deer or something, because he snuck out on Jeremy while Jeremy was like unloading and moving stuff in the house and didn't realize it, and then never came home. And so what we're thinking was happening is he might have got caught in a fence line or something. And then after being out there by himself for like 7 days, Bullet probably realized that he was in dire straits, and how animals can detect fronts and things like that too, and he must have worked to really rip himself free, because Brian actually happened to be out hunting for him in an area in a road that Jeremy'd probably driven past, I don't know, every day for that entire week. So
it turns out it was not the prong collar, but the vet thought it was barbed wire. Actually, a 3.5-inch gash across the loose skin that he has under his neck, but that got infected. And then with him not eating or drinking anything for however long he was trapped like that, that's kind of how he got to where he was.
Yeah.
But like I said, he's doing great. Everything's back to normal and the infection's gone. So thank you very much, cuz I appreciate it and I love you for
it. Hey, don't start crying now.
Well,
probably saved 2 lives.
that's the good news. So
yeah, that's the good news.
The news that I got was that surgery is not going to be an option, and the nerve palsy in my it's radial nerve palsy, I think is what they called it, isn't getting any better, and it's causing my fingers to curl to where I can use my pointer finger and my thumb, but it's rapidly declining. And so with that, I've decided to change my goals for this year, which we will talk about. But I would just ask that everybody who prays say a prayer for me, because some days I take it okay and some days I don't. So with that being said, we'll just leave it there.
Yeah. Now, is the curling, is it like a side effect of the medication that you're on, or is it part of the condition that
the
you're
nerve
suffering?
damage? I mean, technically, radial nerve palsy can be treated or goes away if it's caused by either trauma like breaking your arm.
Yeah.
Mine was caused by the surgeon at the VA severing the nerve completely. And while the second surgeon did a great job with the nerve wraps, this was what I knew was coming. I just didn't know how long or how quick it was going to happen. So
right. So I mean, and we've talked about, and you and I had talked, in the past year about knowing that, like, the championships that we went to, the Knucklehead, and there's a lot of people that may or may not really understand this. We knew that at some point that this could be a possibility, and not to sound petty, but for Jeremy and I, Knucklehead really meant everything to us. This was something that, we knew that this could be the last shots that, especially Jeremy and I team fished together forever. I mean, years and years and years ago. And for us, honestly, trying to win Knucklehead was your last big swing. And honestly,
I want to clarify. I can still fish.
Yep.
I just won't be competing. because it affects. I can reel with just my finger and my thumb. I've been doing it for the last 6 months.
Yep.
It's the netting fish or even trying to get the fish to the boat. Like during the Invitational, I lost a lot of big fish, not because they just came off. I just physically was not able to get them to the boat to get them in a net. And then when I needed the net, I couldn't hardly lift the net.
Yeah.
Right. But that was after 2 days of hard fishing.
Yep.
And the second day of hard fishing, you had lost a lot of fish as well that would have given you a limit. I
Yeah,
mean,
because realistically,
yeah.
if it's a one-day tournament and he's not pre-fishing a whole lot, you know, but that being said, you know, for us, the knucklehead was the swing and swing and ride, because and what this means is, okay, so we don't do as many tournaments. Are we going to still do knucklehead? Oh, you're damn right we are.
Yeah.
Still doing the national
I do want to.
championship? Yeah.
I want to address a couple things in chat. It's
Okay, sure.
only happening to my right arm, which, well, I don't know if you can.
If
Yeah, 'cause
nobody's
this-
actually seen his arm,
It-
it's ridiculous.
It is just the right arm, and I actually have taught myself to use my left hand because I cast left-handed. I used to cast right-handed and reel left-handed, so I didn't have to switch hands.
Yep.
So over the last year and a half, 2 years, I have taught myself how to use my left hand so that I can do what I do.
Yeah. And for those who didn't know, years ago, Jeremy's bicep actually detached. And this was he was talking about the first surgeon that jacked it up. Wasn't he the one that was trying to like reattach it or whatever?
He opened it up, saw he didn't have the skills. This is the note said he did not have the skills to repair it. But when he opened me up is when he severed the nerve that did all the damage. So he sewed me up and sent me home saying that the surgery was a success.
Yeah.
And it was only after my psychiatrist went and read the file that they realized that he had lied and said that, you know, he had done the surgery and had not.
And the guy that the VA actually went and got later, you know, Jeremy was talking to him. He's one of the best in the country. If there was somebody that was going to be able to get Jeremy doing literally what he's doing now, it was this guy. So
yeah, they sent me to the arm, hand, and shoulder clinic, but the surgeon who did my surgery was rated one of the top 7 in the world.
Yeah.
So I know they spent like $250,000 for him to repair my arm to get it as good as it is.
Yep. So, you know, with that said, you know, like Jeremy said, he can still fish. And like Gina was saying about start training to use your other hand. Oh, yeah. Jeremy and I have actually laughed about this in times or two when we talk about the guy who's the bass fishing pro, who's got no arms, no legs. You're not going to stop that dude from fishing. You're going to have to kill him. And it's, you know, so it's just going to, you know, he will learn, adjust, adapt, and of course, you know, overcome. It just won't be fishing at, you know, whereas in the past, you know, he had planned on maybe traveling the country, fishing a lot of the Bassmaster events, the KBF Trail Series events, some of the bigger, you know, whatevers. We just change our priorities now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we go back to, and I know Matt's going to be super happy about this. We go back to the stuff that Freedom Squad loves to do, which is getting together. And sure, we're still going to travel to these events. You know, we'll work Fishing Mayhem to qualify for the KBF National Championship because we like going and hanging out with people and chasing big fish and all the different places, you know. But that just opens it up where the focus isn't going to be a tournament every weekend, you know, blah, blah, blah. We focus on some things, but we get out and do like we've talked about doing for a while, show you guys all around the Midwest, the places that we like to fish, have those adventures, add some camping into the mix, which we all love to do, especially the dude with the smoker. That's awesome. And, you know, but we're going to really embrace the camp ops side of fish ops and really start getting out and enjoying the outdoors again while doing it with our kayaks. So, we're going to kayak to different places, and I've got all kinds of spots in mind, and I'm sure these guys too. But we're just going to extend, and it's not always going to be about a tournament day, blah blah blah. Yep, we're going to do the state challenge series when we want. We're going to do Catch 22, obviously, and
that's an all year, all day, anytime we're fishing.
Yeah, but it's not have to be here at this and lines in and lines out and no. We're going to go chase all kinds of fish, and we're going to have a lot of good time doing it, and we're going to go set up camp in different places. Matt's been working on his truck, for that kind of stuff too. It's going to be a good time, but we're going to bring to everybody out there, especially if you're a disabled veteran and, you like sitting around in, playing video games all the time and maybe drinking a little bit too much, maybe smoking a little too much and don't get out and do much anymore. Hey, you know what? That's awesome and fun to do in December, January, and February. Come March, it's time to get outside and make some memories and have some fun with your friends. So that's really what we're going to plan on doing. So while Jeremy knows that his bigger tournament days are over, or until he, works out what he works out, for now, we're just going to get out and do what we love to do, bring you guys along for the ride, capture it on Twitch, capture it on YouTube, start sharing some more stuff on Facebook. We want to have more Freedom Squad get-togethers and things like that too. So we're just going to get back to the stuff that we started out doing and that we're going to continue to do, and just to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? so
the Twitch side of it, just so y'all know, if you hung out or watched any of JT's videos from Knucklehead or the Challenge Series Championship, he took some of my live footage from when I was cooking. I just had my camera going and we were just sitting around bullcrapping. Right.
Oh, yeah.
And so there were some really, really good conversations, even though the Dookie in the Dark video. So when we got stuff like that going on, you can be there with us, right? You don't have to wait for YouTube to post. You can do it live and talk to us right then. Same with when I'm out on the water and they're with me. You can chat to them. I can yell at them. And a lot of times when Jeremiah are together, we're 10 feet apart anyway.
Yep.
So, except when it's it's Challenge Series Championship and he's mad at me.
Oh yeah, well, it's how it is too. It's one of those things. If you're a competitor and you want to compete, you want to give everything that you have, and then 10 minutes later, okay, I'm done crying and whining, and get on with life. It's like, honestly, I had to keep myself, especially after Knucklehead, to keep myself from literally crying. I had to call Darren Wendell and congratulate him and hear about his great day, because dude went down, caught a new PB, and it was fascinating, because I was so brokenhearted over me and my brother. I had to get some joy and put my pain aside for a little bit, because and I told Jeremy and Matt both, I said, it'd been one thing if we'd been sitting in 6th or 7th all day and they came back and bang, magically finished second. But it's a whole different story when you're leading all day and then you lose it in the last second. But you know what? It's really cool, because I talked to Darren like a week later, and it was cool because one of his teammates was taking his prize winnings and was going on a mission with that. And so the fact that he was going to go serve the Lord somewhere in another country, and he literally had needed some kind of a miracle, and that miracle was provided by his winnings from the Knucklehead. So on the upside, that's pretty sweet. I'm going to go ahead and grab this comment right here.
Was that
who's going to be at the Honey Creek Tackle this Sunday?
What time?
I don't know what time. I don't know what time Josh Jones is speaking, but whenever it is, I will be there at least an hour beforehand.
I'm talking about what time you two are going to be there, so that
I don't know yet, but I'll let you know.
Yeah. Whenever JT says I need to be there,
yeah,
so we'll be there.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, Davey Height and Mark Menendez and Ish Monroe and all these Bass pros. I don't care about them dudes. I want to go listen to the dude who uses LiveScope and catches monsters that are this fat around That's the guy I want to go listen to. The other guys can catch fish. That's cool. I want to go hear from the dude who eventually I would love to pay his daily fee of $2,000 to take Jeremy and I on the water and go try to catch double-digit tanks. So yeah, plan on being there.
We got a comment over on Facebook too. Brian Sparks heard there's going to be a new band that's going to be started, and it's Chad and the Night Dookies.
I am not going to see that band.
The funny thing is, I'm actually going to have a clip out of one of the other hot tips he gave for summer fishing. It's already made. I just haven't posted it yet because it's what he calls the reset wipe.
No, we don't need to go there either. We don't need to go there either.
And off the rails we go.
Come June, the reset wipe is coming into effect.
No.
Already got it planned.
So okay. Funny story. I have a pack of they're not dude wipes and they're not flushable or whatever, but they're just, wipes. Okay. I had them in the bathroom and my wife was like, "Oh my God, you're not doing what Chad's talking about, are you?" And I'm like, No, they were in my bag. I just took them out. Sorry. So she thought I was doing reset wipes with them.
Yeah, speaking of dude wipes, somebody in the chat's talking about the boilers. So, I mean, I know how that goes. When you drop a nice steaming boiler. Do we need to time that person out? When you got a nice steaming boiler, you got to grab your dude wipes. I love the IU Purdue rivalry. I have been at this since I was in 6th grade, and our next door neighbors were Purdue engineers and raised their kids to basically be the same.
Irv Westcamp is a boiler.
Yeah. Oh, we got lots of boilers.
And, I didn't miss a beat up there giving him crap about being a boiler.
Oh yeah,
super nice guy. But yeah,
I was in Lafayette with Greg, talking smack about the boilers while I was up there catching his fish.
Yep, got to do it.
But you got to love it. It's all in fun and games. They've got a kid who is just a monster. And, you got to ride that train when you got them. I mean, kids like that come to your school once in a lifetime. Mm-hmm. And, you got to ride that. So I still say, and, but the boiler fans are going to hate me for it, but I still say Indiana's going to hang number 6 before they hang their first. And we're years away from even being close to doing that. But you know how it is. Sometimes you just have bad luck when the tournament happens. But hey, who knows? They could break the trend finally. They've got the kid that can do it, but you just never know. It's one of those funny things.
Hey, I got a Christmas present that I didn't share with you guys.
Yeah.
It was a 14-cup camp coffee pot, that percolator.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I'm put that on my it's a big one. So that I will have plenty of dark black coffee, not brown water.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah, no more tea.
Yeah, no more tea.
I've never made tea in my life, but y'all, I gotta overfill it to where grounds are running into the damn pot because it's not enough for you.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna tell you what. I'll just make cowboy coffee for you. You know what cowboy coffee is?
Oh
right?
Yeah, I'll
boiling water. Yeah. Boiling water. Throw the grounds in. Just let it boil.
Yep.
Cowboy Kent Rollins. That's all he does. And then if you just take a little cup of cold water, it's supposed to settle the grounds. And then you pour it. But no, I never have been able to get it to do it right. Just always a cup of grounds. I'll just make cowboy coffee for JT.
I'm interested to see your percolator. The funny thing is we're gonna have to get on a side chat one of these days and kind of go through and dig out all of our camp gear, see what we got, see what we need to replace, and kind of prepare. I'll tell you what though, you wanted to talk about wasting your time on YouTube, and I should be editing videos and whatnot and doing some reviews and whatnot. I will sit here and watch somebody hot tent camp in a snowstorm over and over and over and over again, because they've got little wooden stoves that you can put inside the camp. But I mean, I can't tell you how many hours and hours I spent watching camping videos like that. And then I'm like, I'm ready to go start camping again.
That's the same with me with overlanding videos.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of channels I watch. Trail Recon's one of them. He's a Navy vet. He was okay. What is a master? Not a master. What's a command sergeant major in the Navy?
Chief.
Master Chief. He was a Master Chief medic.
Okay.
And he's really good. But he's a Jeep guy. So
Okay.
he does.
Yeah,
all
it'll
that
be
stuff with
fun. I mean,
Jeeps.
I really can't wait. The funny thing is, I was talking to my youngest today, and for those who didn't know, John Michael has signed a year-long contract to go into the Army Reserves. You know, they're really short man people. You know, John Michael got out of the National Guard, I think, a year and a half ago. He's actually giving up his VA disability to go back and serve for another year. But he's got his first reserve drill this weekend. He's actually over at my dad's house, probably watching on TV with dad right now. But he goes down to his new unit, which is in the bottom half of Kentucky somewhere, 3 hours away. But he's going to do that for a year. And I was like, you know what? Come springtime, you need to do some camping cooks while you're down there at reserves, because you're not going to want to drive, 3.5 hours back home each night. And so he's like, oh, I already planned it. I'm already looking for state forests and whatnot, what's around his unit. There he is right there, Mr. Hoosier Trails Outdoors.
Man. Oh,
so
he didn't hear me the other day when we were on the phone.
Oh no.
And when he smarted off to me, I said, you better stand at parade rest when you address me private.
Yeah, but he's actually going to start working on content and whatnot while he's out doing his reserve drills. First camp next. Yeah. So for those who didn't know, he was an 11 Bravo. He is an 11 Bravo who's currently getting ready to be trained as a Cav Scout. And if anybody who's ever been around the Army anywhere, Cav Scouts and infantry go together like oil and water. So
and MPs, I mean,
yeah, it's just well, the MPs are always in there breaking up the fights of the. But I mean, the funny thing is, it's odd enough. He wanted his blue cord and to serve in the infantry, but he also loves the scouts because of the hats and the 19 Deltas and the whole nine. So he's 11. I don't know who that is in Facebook going 11 Bravo all the way, but I'm sure we've got somebody else out there.
11 bang bang.
Is that Ryan?
No, it's Jesse Hazen.
Okay. Jesse was commenting in the Freedom Squad earlier today too. But yeah, so John Michael's gonna, he's got his blue cord and he's gonna go work on earning his spurs, and that's good to go. So Hook Life is saying, Jeremy, did I hear you're in Indianapolis now? Yeah, he's back up at his house in Greenwood. Most definitely.
Hook Life, we're gonna all have to hook up and come up there and slay your fish.
Oh yeah, we're already talking about that. Yeah, he's got those.
He's got drill this weekend too.
Oh, okay. Lots of people having drill this weekend. That's really cool.
It's a sucky weekend to have drill because it's snowing like heck here. We've got like 1.5 inches.
Yeah, we couldn't. We were kind of frozen today. You know how I tested the roads today? I put in a Walmart order to see if the guy could deliver. The funny thing is, they will.
You live on a hill.
The top of our hill is where the city limit ends. So if you can get up our hill, you're good to go to get to town. But it's like today I had to cancel my VA appointment because I was supposed to have some surgery today. But I was like, early this morning, the plow truck hadn't even thought about coming through and didn't come through until like almost 1:00. So, it's just one of those funny things where nobody was going anywhere until that happened. But let's see. Okay, so John Michael's got to rely on us, and John Michael is our historian. And, he said, timeout, it's not just the hat. We're related to Captain Charles Jenkins of the 15th Indiana Cavalry, and they were one of the units that turned the tide in the Battle of Shiloh in the Civil War. And it was kind of cool because John Michael got that and then laid siege to Vicksburg. And my mom and my youngest are like the historians in our family. And somebody thinks that we have a spammer in Facebook that I got it.
I got it.
Okay, cool. I thought you were an admin in that group, but I'm glad somebody else was paying attention.
Got it.
But yeah, John Michael and my mom are like the two historians, so there's not much that the boy doesn't probably know about our family history. And so I'm thinking that if I told him, I said, one of these days when we're sitting around campfires and recording a lot of this stuff, those would be cool times for you kind of recall those stories. And, we kind of share some of our heritage out and around when we're not doing that kind of stuff too. So that should be kind of fun.
Yep, I got it.
All right, cool.
I'm on top of things, man. I got the Instagram going. I got the Facebook. I got the YouTube.
There you go.
And I got StreamYard. That's the benefit of having 4 monitors. You can have everything going.
Yeah, you know what? I've actually got another monitor I could put on this desk.
My 4th is over there. I've
Yeah.
got
Hook Life,
3 here.
Hook Life, I'll take you up on that, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
and
gotta
you're
wait till I get a new yak. So
What the heck, Hook Life? I don't get that invite too? Wow.
Matt's even closer though. But I mean, Matt, and
Golly.
you've actually got to have the river opened up for you if you want to fish some grubby events this year. Plus, the cool thing is
you know
they just
what?
gave you a whole bunch. They just gave you a whole bunch of boat ramp places that you might not have even known about. And I'm going to tell you this: Josh Shrenko said there's some damn good fish in that area next to you. So I think
will
we're going to have to start.
Okay, so I'm still nervous about
know.
the White River.
Yeah.
That is not something I'm ever going to do alone.
No, I get you.
I really wanted to ask some more questions of Jeff of scouting the rivers and stuff. Does he do walks? I mean, not just the book and the knowing the mileage and all of that, but does he actually go walk it and look at it? And because that's a big river. I've been on it in a boat, and it's scary even on a boat. Okay.
Yeah.
In sections. So it just, I was okay with our little section up north in Indy because that's not really the White River to me. I mean, I know it is, but you know what I'm saying? Because down here by me, it's
right. We'll go
current.
explore. We've got some insight down there by you now. So
I know. I'm just saying that Waverly stretch down to Martinsville and everything, that's river.
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. To me, that's river. So can't swim across, drown river.
Yeah, I mean, and I get that. And someday when you're done playing with your truck, you know, when your stormtroopers all decked out and everywhere you go, and you know that little NK 180, you know, like Bobby has, you know, get you a little. Matt, you're around because you're around Mooresville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Josh Shrenko lives in. No, he moved over to Greenwood. He's from
Right.
Mooresville. Lives. Yeah.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
Are you
Because
serious?
he's like literally minutes away from Jeremy now. So I'm still
He's from
thinking that one of
Mooresville?
these days we get Mr. Shrenko and we get him to take us out on the river because he said he would, and then we go have some fun.
Now, see, I also know there's White Lick Creek that's real close to me too, and I fished it when I was in high school and stuff.
Okay, well, don't name any creeks off because we don't want to give away anything. That,
No. That's
I know you don't know, but don't name any creeks off.
I don't think that one flows. Maybe it does. I don't know if it goes into White or not.
Right. But I mean, I think you know, picking, you know, hand picking some derbs to do here and there this year. Because the funny thing is, like the Columbus one now, it runs all the way down to the boat ramp right by my house, and that's actually going to be wild because I'm going to spend some time on the Cree, you know, or in the White River down here, maybe fishing some of those just enough to kind of qualify. Hook Life says, are we meeting up at the Indy Boat Sport and Travel Show this year? I am going in February. Oh yeah, we will all be there.
Yeah,
we don't know exactly what day yet. I sent a feeler out to Chad to see if he was going. He doesn't know yet.
Yeah.
Do you know?
He should be, yeah.
Well,
well, he's got some. I'm just going to say this, and this will make sense to you. He'll have some deliveries to make.
Okay, I got you. Really?
But so
that's awesome.
What he's got to do is go pick up that Bonafide from Catch.
Yes,
because he might showcase it at the boat show, and then he's also bringing it to the NC because that's where the winner is going to pick it up.
Gotcha.
So yeah, he's definitely.
I had offered him the same thing that I offered him last year, but I may have to renege on that because my son's home. So
but Jeremy's got an empty apartment.
Well, it's not empty, but I've got room for both of them here.
Yeah,
that's fine.
If they needed to.
I'm just saying, is Gene coming too?
No clue.
Right.
No clue what all Gene's working on this year, but you know he's
making bread, man.
I've seen him at a boat show, you know, today or this weekend. I guess he's going to be selling some stuff and doing all that too. But yeah. Oh, Greg, don't worry, bro. You're 2.5 hours away from me. You know we're going to be making that drive, so they're, you know, for now they're a little bit closer, and you know Jeremy will still be closer too, but. Yeah, we've still got to
move until August, but
I will say this: Jeremy and I actually decided what color of kayaks. I think
What color? What color? What
we're not
color?
gonna say. It's got to be a surprise. We got to hold some secrets.
Dang it.
Got to hold some secrets. Everybody's
It's
coming out.
not the color that people thought it was going to be.
You know what though, dude? I was still gonna go with that black, but I can't. Yeah, yeah. Well, I see what you're saying. Oh, well, we didn't go with the purple nurple like Liz did.
Yeah,
I saw
after I
somebody-
saw Liz's pink one, or what she thought was going to be hers, and she went with the purple, I thought, well, I could rock that pink.
Oh yeah. And then
Vermont.
New Canoe come out with like all 5 new colors today because I got a message from FCK Trailers today saying, "Hey, what would if you were going to get a new Canoe? Which color would you get?" And the first one, and I was like complete bias. It was like army camo, and I stopped right there. I was like, "This one." But I was like, "Bro, look, they
What-
came out with like an orange camo, a bright green camo, and then 2 of them. That one was called like Tundra, and one was like a Thunder or something." But New Canoe actually did a fantastic job on their new unlimited kayaks. The 5 colors they came out with for 2024, they're pretty freaking awesome. I give
Well,
New Canoe good, props for,
That's
doing some nice colors for their stuff.
that's the canoe that's what my wife wants, right?
Yeah.
But she wanted the Tundra. That's
Yeah.
the black and gray and white.
Oh yeah.
Camo
I can
looking
see
one,
that. I can
right?
see that.
So that's what she wanted. So I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
buy one at the Boat Sport and Travel Show, I guess,
Yep.
before I
Take-
upgrade. Because I told
Yeah,
her
there you go.
because she wants the unlimited.
You still got to replace yours though, don't you?
No, it's still fishable. It's just I'll have to drain it every time it rains.
Well, you have, if anything, you have honestly done bona fide your duty by showing them, how durable and how
Dude,
beat
I'll tell you
upable-
what. Well, no, how much water that freaking thing will hold and not sink?
Yeah.
Like literally, like it listed, but I can't say enough of how stable
Oh, hey,
that boat has
Joey
been.
Novoa, our Marine buddy up north, says he's got a brand new canoe he says a Tundra one for sale. I forgot he got that because then he turned around and won that bona fide. And so
Joe.
he still has a,
Joe, you know how to get a hold of me.
yeah.
Let me know.
Make him
If
a
you've
deal.
got the Tundra, let me know.
Yeah, make him a deal.
Hook me
That's
up,
what I'm
brother.
talking about. Here we are hooking everybody up with the
He knows how
Freedom
to.
Squad
He's been
stuff.
sending me. Okay, he's been sending me freaking Instagram crap,
No, trust me, I
right?
know.
dumbass stuff, because he's a Marine. I
Yeah.
got you.
Yep. Yeah, he
That's
does a good
okay. I
job.
sent
Of,
him crayons, so
yeah, he does a good job.
hey, that's a white one. That's got no flavor. He's not gonna like it.
Yeah.
Well,
you
the
gotta-
red one is the one I use for my Ned rig. So
Yeah.
That's the. Oh, that was the Blanco. Oh my gosh.
So, and for those of you who've been following along on Facebook, Matt, Jeremy, and I have been talking about trying to, at some point find some good vendors for, some merch for Freedom Squad. If anything, we want to kind of uniform everybody out there. Everybody likes the stickers. I'm gonna be working on getting some new stickers ordered, and I'm gonna do a couple different sizes. I'm gonna bring plenty of stickers for Sunday too. So if you see me or Jeremy walk up and say hey, and we'll have some Freedom Squad stickers and Hickman Outdoor stickers as well. And but I'm gonna try to get a couple of different sizes of Freedom Squad stickers because some people want some little bit bigger ones. Maybe you want to put them on your car, truck, whatever. And then we're gonna find some sun shirts, some hats, some t-shirts, probably come up with a new jersey design for the year. So yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, our conversations led around anybody can get a merch store going, but it's not quality and it's not American made.
Yep.
We want local small business, American made. You're probably going to pay a little more for it, but for
Yep.
us, that's for what we stand for. That's better. Just like with this, right?
Yep.
That's all American made right there. So,
Yep.
we'll have more talks about this next week.
next Thursday, we're going to have Brendan from Kayak Cushion on. He's going to be at the Columbus Boat Show for that weekend. So we're going to get him on Thursday at 7:30 p.m.
Columbus, Ohio.
I think Columbus, Ohio is where he's going to. Now I got the hiccups. Yeah, Columbus, Ohio. That's where he's going to be at the boat show. So we're going to get him in talking about his business, how he got started, where he came up with the idea, and the fact that hey, he's going to be making the Freedom Squad kayak cushion available for y'all to purchase out there. And we're going to.
I wasn't going to say anything yet, but so you went ahead and dropped the bag.
No, I think I've talked about that in lives in the past too. So yeah, it's gonna happen. So that's gonna be a thing. And next week, what are we doing, Matt? When we talk to him, we're gonna be doing.
I didn't think you wanted to talk about it.
You got to tell them, or we got to have some reason for them to come to the show.
You got it. So we're doing a giveaway.
Yes.
See what's behind me. Look what OEF5 has right here.
That's right.
Now, so this one is not the Freedom Squad special cushion. This is the standard. I think that's what's going to be available for purchase. But yes, that's what we have for a giveaway next week.
Yep. So next week we're going to do a giveaway on Freedom Squad Facebook page. I don't even know how that would even work. I might just have to do the wheel of names and everybody who's in the chat throw it in there and do a spin that way, because I don't know. I don't have access to the giveaway tool like I do on StreamYard. I don't believe
to get cross.
But we might. I don't know if we can cross. I think we might do a test stream this week just to see if that's a possibility, but I'm not sure. Be cool if it was, but I don't. It's so bad at sucking in people's names as it is. I seriously doubt it'll work. So, I'll tell you what I'll do is I will have Matt take a picture of that kayak cushion and say anybody who wants a chance to enter to win, be in the live stream on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and then everybody who drops a comment on the Facebook group, then I'll take all those names, throw them in the wheel, and we'll do a drawing that way too. But so make sure you join us next Thursday, 7:30 p.m. in the Facebook group, not here on YouTube, in the Facebook group. And we're going to do a Freedom Squad kayak cushion giveaway. And then at some point, we're going to get with Mr. Catch Duke, and he's going to make the Freedom Squad logo available on their site for etching into your boards if you want to order your own custom catch board. So we're working, folks. We're working to get Freedom Squad.
One of the things we talked about too is obviously for kayak cushion, we're not going to make any money on this at all because it's all going to go to Brandon. It's just going to be our logo. Yep. However, and none of this has been worked out, but what we had discussed was, and we want your thoughts on this, is if we upcharge, let's say $2 on the kayak cushion.
Yep.
To where that $2 comes back to a charity that we, as Freedom Squad, want to put towards. We think that there's value in that you all would go ahead and pay that extra $2 for something or whatever, 5%, whatever.
Yeah, and what we're also talking about too is that $2 may go back to us, and it's going to sit in an account, and then when we do Freedom Squad get-togethers,
yep,
that goes to the food that Matt cooks or giveaways that we do, things like that too. So, yeah, you're basically going to be funding future get-togethers and things like that too, so that we don't have to say, hey, everybody bring $5, blah, 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 whatever. But, we're also talking about maybe putting together some tournaments on Fishing Chaos.
Yes.
That we can run throughout the year as also a fundraiser for those charity events like Matt was talking about. And we had actually talked about a couple of different thoughts that we're having. Is I used to work with Dogs Helping Heroes that train service dogs for guys like Jeremy and other Homeland Heroes, Gold Star children who need a support, animal because they lost a loved one in war. Matt has also thrown out like one of the equestrian charities because my wife is big into supporting those, and so is Matt and Serena. So we're gonna work on different ways where we can take the time in building up a Freedom Squad community of like-minded folks around the country. Don't get on there and start talking about politics. We're talking about America and nothing else. and let's keep it fun. Let's keep it growing. Let's encourage other people to join us outdoors and enjoy the adventures and friendship and camaraderie just like we do. And like Josh said, he just ordered a board. Matt was literally giving me crap a little while ago because I have so many catch boards and I will probably have so many more going down the road.
Well, I don't know if you can see. I've got this one back here behind my Black Pack box. That's my original catch board that has the KBF logo on it, or the KBF sticker. Then I got my Freedom Squad board here, but I need to get one of the Fish Ops boards. And I need to earn 100 boards.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yep.
That's this year. That's going to happen this year at Guntersville.
There we go.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to do.
Go back and put your experience from the previous couple trips back to work, and 100%.
That's what I'm going to do.
It'll be a good time
because I'm going to still be in the Hoosier House of Hammers.
Oh yeah,
with all of you hammers and the odd guy, the cooks.
Hey, the guy who finished 22nd in the KBF championships, who's no longer the underdog, finished ahead of me and Jeremy. So we have expectations.
I know.
We have expectations now.
Hey, there's nobody more shocked than I am on that. Seriously.
Hey, that makes it awesome. But something else we're gonna have to think about too is we're gonna have to make sure, that we'll talk about this offline too, because there's all kinds of good stuff that's going to be happening there too. But we've already secured our house thanks to Mr. Brian Sparks again.
Yep.
The House of Hammers will be reliving. Sadly, we won't have Mr. Glenn Landstrom there. I don't think he's really announced much, but he is a new deputy sheriff and will be going through training this next several months. So he won't be terrorizing all of the local and national.
That's going to be cutting into his fishing a lot.
Yep. And then I'm sure Antoine will show up for the night before the captain's meeting or the night of the captain's meeting, fish, and then be on the road again too, because dude doesn't stay gone long, which I don't blame him. But so I mean, 2024 is a little bit different. We're all going to be praying for Jeremy's arm, but we know either way, he, like me, is still working out every day, doing what he can to I'll tell you what, boys, I'm the lowest weight I've been in years, and I'm feeling good, and I'm getting ready to break another milestone for me, hopefully this weekend. But again, I'm about halfway to where I want to be. But boy, I am feeling good, and I'm telling a lot of people, and I don't overpost on Facebook and the socials. I do a mix of going to the gym, because sometimes I do an elliptical, sometimes I do a rowing machine, sometimes I do a treadmill, which are all good for my legs, because these two yahoos have got me really hyped up to go out and get our kayaks in all these creeks and rivers, chasing smallies and doing the camping thing. And I want to be able to do as much as possible. But the possibility of me being under 270 by Monday has just got me jacked.
270?
I was 344 a summer and a half ago when I was in the Narbonne.
270?
And the possibility of being cracking that number sometime in the next week will be amazing. Because
bro, that's seriously without bariatric or bypass surgery, that's freaking awesome.
Michael Bradley wants to know, Gramps, how are you doing on the tackle to donate? Do you need more? No. we still have so much from the donations that you guys gave us over the last couple of years. We've got a ton of, Jeremy's got a bunch of tackle packs he keeps with him. I probably need to as well, but Jeremy does such a good job because he's on the water the most of the, on the water the most.
He doesn't have a full-time job like, some of us do.
But, his full-time job is living right now, and he's doing a good job.
I'm just saying his full-time job is fishing.
Yeah. I mean, I have therapy 5 days a week. If that's what they tell me to do, that's what I do.
Yep. And when he gets, his new place is so damn nice. I'm literally jealous, but he's so nice that he's going to have his own studio kind of area. And, when he gets it set up and he gets internet first, that'll probably be spring before we find somebody to run that shit out where he lives. But, it's going to be really cool. And like we said, because he was like, well, dude, how am I going to make content, this and that? Well, I told him, I said, my one cheat day is every Wednesday at lunchtime when we go out and get our hot chicken bites. And I said, you're 5 minutes away from there. So just bring me your SD cards each week when we go get our hot chicken, and I'll bring you 2 empty ones, and you go back and make more videos. So Jeremy's going to be doing a lot of bait making videos and other stuff too. And then eventually when we get our new kayaks in, you know, yeah, Starlink is a thing too, but you know, you remember he's still living on a fixed income budget. So he's got to be very careful at what he does. And Jeremy and I were also talking about this too. And this is like another channel update. You're going to see our reviews between his and mine are going to be a little bit different because honestly, we're 2 different brothers and fishing 2 different budgets, you know, and that's kind of just the way it is. And we both kind of thought that that was like, you know, that's kind of cool that we can actually say that. Because if I'm playing with more bougie stuff that he's not going to mess with other than his, you know, Loomis rods that he's had for a while, you know, he's really going to do a deep dive in on showing kicking everybody's ass with more budget minded equipment instead of just, you know, having the highest end, this and that and whatever. Because he literally showed that, you know, he can catch fish on anything. You know, you give the dude a stick and a string, he's going to catch them. So you're going to see some, you know, from reviews from a couple of different, you know, price points too. I mean, you know, we talk about, you know, one thing on YouTube, what people do is, you know, you want to serve your viewers that are kind of like you. And so we have people from every race, class, creed, all over the country, whatever state you're in. Everybody's conditions are different. And you know, not everybody wants to fish with the highest end stuff, and not everybody wants to fish with the lowest end stuff. But, you know, we like to fish with all of it. So we'll talk about, you know, we may be at Walmart one day and we may be, you know, showcasing some of the highest end stuff that American Legacy has to offer for those, you know, who want to spend a little more. Because it's kind of funny because Jeremy and I were talking about this. It's like, you know, not everybody, you know, you talk about bass boats, you know, some people have trackers, some people have bass cats. Just a matter of what you're doing and how you want to do it. And so if we can talk about rods, reels, baits, whatever that kind of fits in your, you know, price range, we're going to do that. And speaking of which, tonight I'm going to do a drawing for a hangover because I got some of these in. And so we'll do a little giveaway tonight. So I suppose now,
see, now you can test the giveaway thing now.
I'm going to tell everybody, go over to YouTube and drop a comment because I know StreamYard works because it'll be able to do the giveaway getter thing from there. Now, if somebody has allowed Facebook to show their stuff, because I still just see Facebook user. So I'm telling you guys right now, if Facebook user is in the thing and wins it, I'm going to spin again. I got to quit banging my microphone because I got a new microphone and put it in front of my face so you can actually hear me. Then I'm going to I'm going to re-roll because, you know, realistically, I know I'm going to do this giveaway tool and do that too. So let me go to StreamYard.
Yeah, while you do that, I'm going to grab some water.
Yeah, you do that. See, that's why I bring the oldie Yeti with the Freedom Squad. And
I got a refrigerator right behind me and just grabbed my own.
Oh, you came ready to go.
Yeah, some of the other things we were talking about, like with camping and stuff, is like while he's setting this up, is just, you know, fish for a little while, set up camp, fish in the morning after we break camp or whatever, and make a weekend of it. So
yeah,
that's some of the plans. We've had lots of conversations, especially when we've done all of our trips already, of things that we want to do, and it just makes it hard when you get 3 different schedules that you're trying to work around.
Yeah.
And, you know, stuff like that.
So say hi.
Bullet, buddy. How are
Here
you?
He is.
Say
oh
hi.
My goodness.
Yeah.
There's the good boy, the best good boy.
Daddy. All right.
So hashtag Freedom Squad in the YouTube.
Carol, that's
comments.
why you mute everything but one source.
Yep. There we go. Moose, what are you whining about? You can't even see him up there.
You see that?
My dog's over there laying nice and quiet, and Joe Michaels is over here needing some attention too. He probably wants the door open so he can go get a drink of water.
All right. So if they do hashtag Freedom Squad, that gets them entered in the drawing.
Yeah,
On
hashtag
Facebook.
Freedom Squad in the YouTube channel because I know the drawing works from there, and I think that's the only source it gave me. But we're gonna find out. So I see 5 entries right now. So go ahead and draw.
Jesse Hazen in Facebook. Try it in Facebook and let's see what happens. And then if you need the YouTube link, Cairo did it, and she did it over on Facebook.
Definitely hop over on Facebook just so we know it works.
So did you see an intro? Well, you don't know where it came from, did you? Do you? Casey Jones. It's not Hangover. It's Freedom Squad. Brian, no space.
Yep. Hashtag Freedom Squad.
No space.
Yeah, they couldn't resist. But yeah, we got a this one is the 6 1/4 inch. And it's the Shad Dawn color.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty juicy. Got the
Did
treble hook on it too.
Have you seen the videos of that in Milliken's Pool?
Yeah.
Where it goes through and then the jets hit it and it kind of goes sideways, but it's still where the current hits it.
Yeah, I've seen.
That's his pool.
I've seen mixed reviews from a lot of people.
Yeah, because I saw Zaldane, or not.
I saw Lunkers and Zaldane went on and was kind of talking about it, kind of laughing too. But you know, you never know. Some people catch fish on them. It's what the truth.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
Tweezy wants to know which one is its fall rate. This is the medium, so this is the one in the middle.
So, what's the difference between that and the other, the Mega Bass and the
so the Mag Draft,
and
this is an actual line through. So the line goes through the body and then hooks to this treble hook back here. And you know what they say is it keeps it above the grass. But the funny thing is Zaldane and the Bass Mafia have their new one out, but it's like a single hook versus like the treble hook.
Right.
So it'll be interesting. But I mean, I still haven't caught a fish on a Mag Draft yet, so I'm curious to see.
I've caught one on my trace.
I'm going to spend a lot more time this year throwing like all of these things.
Well,
because I want to.
I've at least caught one on a trace, and Jeremy was watching me live when I caught one on the trace. And how big was it, Jeremy?
Yeah, smaller.
It was half as big as the bait. It was a 13-inch bass.
It's like what you can do with that. But I want to go out.
Why it hit it?
I want to go out with Tweezy and learn how to fish some of these big baits.
Yeah,
I've been watching him, and so Tweezy, we're gonna get together, bro.
He put that on, and his little last video where his first cast hooked up and then lost it. I was like, tag gone.
Yeah, and he's enjoying that time over, and that's what I plan on doing too, especially later in February and early March, is getting over there with them guys and go hitting up Newton and putting. Jeremy's going to be motorized this year, so that's going to be a learning curve for him as well, going from pedal drives and finally upgrading and doing the whole motor thing. So it'll be interesting. We got some learning to do, but once we get our orders in. Hopefully I get that done on Monday. I meant to go do it today, but got busy doing all other things and then didn't get the email back I wanted, but or I was waiting on. But yeah, we're gonna get that all worked out, get that stuff shipped and go that way too. So yeah, I look forward to spending time on the water with Tweezy and Nate over there at Newton. We get some warmer weather coming up in this next couple of weeks. Jeremy and I were talking about Turtle Creek because I got the boat and I'm making boat payments and I've got insurance on the boat. We need to go put some fish in the boat while we're waiting on kayaks to come in too. So it'll be fun.
You know what we need to do? We need to go crappie fishing and do a fish fry.
Yep, 100%. And that's something where I'm saying we can go camping and Lake X, bro, has got tons of crappie in there too. So I wonder. I don't know if there's camp around there, but
we can. My brother's got property a mile from there.
So that's something else.
If it's inclement weather. We've got a pole barn that we can stay in.
Okay. So that's something else that we need to do is plan on going over there and go crappie fishing. Because I pulled a crappie out there one day that was like 2 pounds. So, but that's what Freedom Squad is going to be doing more of this year. It's not just going to be derb, 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 derb. We're going to go chase some big fish. I'll be honest. Somebody asked on one of the pages the other day, and I know Indiana's getting ready to start playing, so we got to shut up. But somebody asked me what my goals for 2024 were, and number one was catch a 20-inch smallmouth. Number two was to catch a 21.5 or 22-inch largemouth. And 3, 4, and 5 were all about having fun, just enjoying life more and going camping more. Just quit stressing about all the stuff too. So Tweezy said he's down for camping too, so that'd be awesome. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. All right, boys. How heavy is the hangover bait? It is 2.7 ounces. This one is I almost ended the live stream without doing a giveaway. That'd have been sucked. It's 6.25 inch, and then 2.7 ounces. And this one is the medium falling rate. It says heavy action rod, 20 to 25 pound test. And Moose is ready to go get some water and go outside. So let's switch over to the giveaway tool. And we got 24 entries. So I need to...
Who's getting it?
It's a good question. I probably should actually share that page, huh? Share screen. Let's go to the giveaway tool. Share. And there we go. And the winner is... draw.
Yes, Life Fox, I definitely will, bro, because I'm looking forward to just... There you
go. There we go. Let's go, boy.
Surprise you some good luck, Sly.
Guess what? You don't need to ship that one because somebody's going to be over there in May if he wants to wait that long.
Oh, I'm not going to make him wait that long. I'll get this out.
I would.
This week.
Yeah, no, send it to him, and that way I know if I need to get me some.
Congrats,
no,
Sly.
we will get this over to him. So hell yeah, that's awesome. We always love it when our favorite people wins all the good stuff.
I was trying to just flip him crap, right?
Oh, I know you were. It's awesome.
Make him win.
All right, everybody. We appreciate everybody jumping in tonight. Boys, say your goodbyes.
We'll see y'all.
Good night.
As always, I know it's wintertime. Get outside when you can and make some memories. One cast at a time. Freedom Squad.
Freedom Squad.